All right, ladies, we're going to go ahead and get started. So comfortable seat is where we're landing, where we're beginning, and whatever comfortable means for you. So stretching your legs out, such as mine are, is comfortable. More comfortable, please feel free to adopt that position. Holding your legs in, if that's more comfortable. So easy seated pose, Sukhasana. Please feel free to also adopt that posture in your comfortable seat. Resting your hands in your lap. Perhaps you rest one hand inside of the other one. Perhaps you just rest each hand on each corresponding leg or thigh or knee. And if you have not done so already, close your eyes down, growing long and tall in your spine. So finding some nice long length in your spine. Letting your shoulders soften down, your back away from your ears. Softening your face, neck, and jaw. Bring your tongue off of the roof of your mouth. And begin to tune in to the natural rhythms of your breath. Allowing your inhales to expand out your belly, side bodies, and chest as far as they'll go. And then your exhales, relaxing all of those areas back down toward your back body. We are checking in with the here and the now, leaving the previous events of this shortest day of the year in the background, and then also doing the same with the upcoming events of the evening after you walk off of your mats and back out into the world. And all that leaves left is the very present moment, the only place that life actually exists. And so as we know, as I just mentioned, today is the shortest day of the year, the day of the year that has the shortest amount of sunlight, and then the longest night of the year. So we've made it over the hump, and we can now begin to welcome the return of the sun. The days will start getting longer from here. And so in the ancient traditions, this day was a really big deal because a lot of folks didn't know how they were going to survive through the winter. And so life flourishes much better, and we are able to obtain better sustenance or substances with more daylight than dark. So a lot of times the ancient folks would have big celebrations. They were so excited that they made it this far, and then they considered it a time of potentially getting easier from here as far as daylight goes and as far as their survival. And so in modern times, I like to think of this day as a day for extra rest, or this time period. So if we are able at all to move with the rhythms of nature, then we want to slow down, kind of go within, get more rest, de-stress as much as possible. The idea of just kicking back and being under cozy blankets with a cup of a hot drink and just watching movies is great in my little world, because I rarely do that. And the funny thing about it is this is also the time of year where we can be very stressed to the max in preparing for the upcoming holiday in just a few days. And I don't know about you, but when I go against the rhythms of nature and try to do too much to prepare for that, plus live life, I get more stressed out than I already am, and I feel more tired and lethargic. So during this practice, we're going to heat up just a little bit. It's mostly a gentle moving practice. And then we're going to cool down. So it's a yang to yin theme. So our yang postures heat us up and our yin postures cool us down. And so the heating up part can be reminiscent of going against the cold. Since this is the coldest time of the year in our area, and the cooling down part can be reminiscent of slowing down and going deeper within. So as you're holding the yin postures, I highly encourage you to come to a short meditative. And as we walk off of our mats and out into the world after this practice is over, may we feel more in tune with slowing down, feeling refreshed and de-stressed. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breathe up from the bottom of the belly, up through your midsection, and let the top of the inhale land at the top of your chest. And then exhale. Let all of those areas relax back down your back body, toward your back body. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, we expand, beginning at the bottom of the belly, rising all the way up. Top of the inhale lands at the top of the chest. Exhale to release, possibly sigh it out, and let the bottom of the exhale land back at the bottom of your belly. Inhale, beginning at the bottom of the belly, rising up through the midsection, landing at the top of the chest. And then exhale, we release, letting the navel and all of those areas draw back down towards your back body. Bottom of the exhale lands at the bottom of the belly. We're going to begin our practice with some breath work. So this breath work is called Nadi Shodana. Feel free to open your eyes if you need to observe. You're going to bring your right hand in front of your face and let your left palm rest under your right elbow. Bend your ring and pinky fingers down towards the inner portion of your palm. I bend all my fingers when I do that. And then you're going to bring the first 2 fingers, so the middle and forefingers, to relax on your forehead, and then just leave your thumb out to the side. Resting your ring finger on your left nostril, take a deep breath in, breathing in through the right nostril. Expand your belly out as far as it can go. Plug your right nostril with your thumb. Release your left nostril and then exhale completely, drawing your navel towards your spine. Inhale deeply in through the left nostril. Expand out your belly, chest, and side bodies. Plug off your left nostril with your ring finger and then release your right nostril. Exhale completely, navel to spine. So that's 1 full round. We're going to do 4 more rounds total. Inhale in through the right nostril, expanding out through your belly. Plug off your right nostril, release your left one, and then exhale completely, navel to spine, drawing your belly button in. Inhale in through the left nostril, expand out your belly. Plug off the left nostril and then release the right one. Exhale completely, navel towards the spine. Inhale deeply in through the right nostril, expanding out. Plug off the right nostril, release the left one, and then exhale completely, navel to spine. Inhale in through the left nostril, expanding out. Plug that one off, release the right one, and then exhale completely, navel to spine. 2 more rounds. Inhale deeply in through the right nostril. Plug it off. Release the left one, and then exhale completely, drawing your navel in toward your spine. Inhale deeply in through the left nostril. Plug it off. Release the right nostril, and then exhale completely, drawing your navel in toward your spine. Inhale deeply in through the right nostril. Expand your belly out. Plug the right nostril off, release the left one, and then exhale completely, drawing your navel toward your spine. Inhale to breathe in through the left nostril, expanding out. Plug it off, and then exhale completely through the right nostril, navel to spine. Last round, inhale deeply in through the right nostril. Expand your belly out. Keep your shoulders soft here. Plug off the right nostril, release the left one, and then exhale completely, drawing your navel in toward your spine. Inhale deeply in through the left nostril. Plug it off, release the right one, and then exhale completely, drawing your navel in toward your spine. Release both hands back down into your lap, keeping your eyes closed. And back to natural breath. And just notice any energetic shifts. Notice any differences from when you walked in and sat down on your mat. So notice any differences in how you're feeling from this breath work we just did. So some benefits of that breath work. It can help to reduce stress and anxiety. And it can also help to balance the left and right sides of the brain and the left and right sides of the body. Slowly flutter your eyes open. We're going to make our way down onto our back. For starters, keeping your props close by when we get into those yin postures. Coming to lie all the way down onto your back. Knees are bent, soles of the feet are on the earth. Tuck your tailbone up towards your navel. Bring your chin down towards your chest. Soften your shoulders down your back. On your next breath in, you're going to rise your fingertips overhead. So if you were standing up, you would be reaching towards the sky. And then on your breath out, you're going to begin to come into some windshield wipers here. So just letting your knees fall from side to side. So moving as slowly or as quickly as feels good in your body. I recommend being slow and steady, in tune with this slowing down at this time of year. And then over your next couple of breaths, so you're just breathing naturally, begin to let your head fall from side to side. So we're going to make this a whole body movement. And maybe you let your arms sway kind of back and forth, just coming into some organic movements here. So you don't necessarily have to keep the windshield wipers. You can just kind of roll around, shake your head yes and no, maybe twist out through your midsection, letting your arms kind of flail from side to side. So maybe if you were at a concert and you had your hands up in the air and you were dancing kind of movement. Or you can just stick with the windshield wipers, whatever works best for you. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Take another deep breath in to expand. And then exhale to come back to center, back to stillness. So you're going to keep your arms up overhead. Straighten your legs down. Bringing your big toes to touch, pointing down through your toes. Next, inhale, grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Then as you exhale, walk hands and feet over towards the right. So our lovely banana asana posture. See if you can keep both shoulders pinned down into the earth here. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breath out, bring your gaze over your left armpit. Fullest, deepest breath in here. And exhale, navel to spine. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. Next inhale, bring your gaze back up through center. Walk hands and feet back through center, releasing your left wrist. And then exhale to stay right where you are. Next inhale, we're going to grab a hold of right wrist with left hand. Exhale, walk hands and feet over towards the left. So same other side. Take a deep breath in through the nose. See if you can keep both shoulders pressed down gently into the earth. And then exhale, bring your gaze over towards your right armpit. We're lengthening through our right side waist. Inhale deeply in through the nose, breathing into what you feel. And then exhale to stay. Take a deep breath in right here. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale here. Exhale to release. Come back to center. So we're going to do that one more time on each side. So inhale, reach your arms high. Tailbone is tucked up, shoulders are soft. Grab a hold of left wrist with right hand. Exhale, walk hands and feet over towards the right. Take a deep breath in through the nose right here. Breath out, cross left ankle over right one, or the opposite. So that's whatever feels best in your body. Just remember we're trying to lengthen through our left side waist. Take a deep breath in through the nose, breath out. Gaze comes over towards the left armpit once again. Fullest, deepest inhale here. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. Take one more breath in to expand. Exhale to release. Walk hands and feet back to center. Inhale, reach high through your fingertips. Grab a hold of right wrist with left hand. Exhale, we walk everything, hands and feet, over towards the left. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breath out, cross an ankle. So it does not matter which one, but I find in my body, if I cross my right ankle, I get a deeper right side body stretch. Fullest, deepest breath in here. Breath out, we bring our gaze over towards our right armpit. Deep inhale, breathing into your right side waist. And then exhale to stay. Fullest, deepest inhale here. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, we release and come back to center. So bringing your hands down by your hips. Bend your knees, soles of the feet on the earth. We're going to bump our hips over to one side. Doesn't matter which side. We're going to come to lay on our side. So kind of like in a fetal position. And once we come to lay on our side, take a deep breath in right here. Maybe you bring a little smile to your face. Breath out, press your top palm into the earth and rise up nice and slow. Yeah, very good. And then we're going to make our way to our tabletop position. So, shoulders Shoulders are over wrists and hips are over knees. Pressing into the four corners of the palms, grip your mat with your finger pads. Tops of the shoulder heads down and away from your ears. Your spine is soft and long. Toes can be tucked or not. That is up to you. Take a deep breath in, let your belly drop, hips raise, gaze goes up towards the sky. Breath out, we're going to press the earth away, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we drop the belly, raise the hips, look up high. And then exhale, we round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine, pressing the earth away. Just one more here. Inhale, drop the belly, raise the hips, look up high. Exhale, press the earth away, round the spine, navel to spine. Next inhale, we come back to our neutral tabletop position. And then exhale to release your right hand. Inhale, peel the heart open to the right. Right fingertips raised, shoulders are soft. Exhale, we're going to thread the needle towards the left. So top of the right hand lands on the earth under the left arm, left elbow up towards the sky. Deep breath in, peel the left shoulder down the back, gaze comes up towards the sky as much as you can. Beautiful. Exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in right here. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, press the earth away. We're coming out like we went in. So rising right fingertips up. And then exhale, plant both hands back on the earth under your shoulders. 3 more of those cat-cows, and then thread the needle on the other side. So inhale, drop the belly, raise the hips, look up high. Exhale, press the earth away, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we drop the belly, raise the hips, look up high. Exhale, we round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale to drop the belly, raise the hips and look up. And then exhale to press the earth away, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, coming back to your neutral tabletop position. Exhale to stay. Next inhale, we peel the left fingertips up. Heart peels open to the left. Exhale, we thread the needle to the right. So right elbow up towards the sky. Top of the left hand presses into the earth here. Inhale, press more deeply into the right palm. Peel your gaze up towards the sky behind you. Exhale to stay. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, we're coming out like we went in. Press into that right palm. Left fingertips raise up high. Beautiful. Exhale. Let both of your palms land on the earth. Walk them forward. Just a couple of pads. Curl toes and hinge hips. We're going to make our way into our lovely Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So pressing into the four corners of the palms. Grip your mat with your finger pads. Tops of the shoulder heads down and away from the ears. Perhaps you find some movement here. So nice, soft, and subtle. Bending the knees, pedaling the feet, shaking the head, yes and no. Kind of like when we were in that reclined position, getting nice and loose. Fullest, deepest inhale here. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale to come back to center, back to stillness if you are moving. Next inhale, press the earth away, look up in between the hands. Exhale, walk your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. So big toes can touch or feet can be hip distance. That is up to you. Inhale, 2. Float your fingertips up behind you. Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, clasp your fingers together behind you and let your nose travel down towards your knees to fold. So if having your hands up overhead is a bit much for you, that's okay. You can rest your clasped hands on your sacrum. Deepest breath in right here. And exhale, navel to spine. Releasing the clasp of your fingers. Let them float down and dangle onto the earth. Pressing into the four corners of the feet. Spread out through your toes. Next, inhale, we come up through our zombie raise. So keeping your head and arms heavy. And peeling yourself all the way up. Exhale, we meet in our Tadasana mountain pose. Seems like we always have clothing falling when we move around like this, at least I do. Once again, big toes can touch, your feet can be hip distance. Tugging your tailbone up towards your belly button, shrug your shoulders down your back. Inhale, we circle the arms out and up, reach the fingertips up high, gaze goes up. Exhale, touch your palms together, hinge at your hips. Nice and slow, we're moving down into our Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins. We rise up to a flat back, shoulders down the back. Exhale, plant your fingertips, step your right toes back, dropping your right knee down to the earth. Feel free to pad under said right knee. I have a big, thick, fluffy blanket this evening. That's going to be really nice. Left knee over left ankle. Once you get there, inhale, float your fingertips forward and up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Gently drag right hip forward, left hip back. Exhale, gaze goes up and let your hips sink down low. Inhale, reach high through your fingertips here. And then exhale, float your fingertips down, surround your front foot with all 10 fingers. Inhale, we straighten the back leg. Tops of the shoulder heads down and away from the ears. Maybe you get light in your fingers. Beautiful. Exhale, plant your palms and make your way to your downward facing dog. Pressing into the four corners of the palms once again, grip the mat with the finger pads, tops of the shoulder heads down and away from the ears. Inhale, we bend the knees, raise heels and hips up high. And then exhale, heels and heart, melt down towards the earth. Inhale, chin in towards the chest, ripple your body forward into your plank pose. Beautiful. Exhale, lower knees. Chest and chin, elbows hugging tight towards your ribs. Inhale, release all 10 toes. Peel your heart up for your Bhujangasana, cobra pose, looking up towards the sky. And then exhale, curl toes, hinge hips, downward facing dog. Next, inhale, float the right toes up to the sky behind you. Beautiful, ladies. Keep your shoulders square as you can. Exhale, round the spine, drawing your right knee in towards center. Float your shoulders over your wrists. However you can get it there. Right foot lands in between your hands. Dropping your left heel off towards the right long edge of the mat. Inhale, cartwheel your left arm out and up. Exhale, we land in our Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2 position. Beautiful, ladies. So checking that your right heel is in line with your left arch. Take a deep breath in, reach through all 10 fingers. Breath out, sink down more deeply into that right knee. Gorgeous. Fullest, deepest inhale. Shoulders are soft, reaching through your fingertips. Exhale to stay. Next inhale, we straighten both legs. All 10 toes face the long edge of the mat. Touch your palms together up top, looking up towards the sky. Tailbone is tucked up. Exhale, turn the left toes towards the back edge of the mat, and come back into your warrior 2. So your warrior 2 facing behind you. And once again, checking your heel to arch alignment. You ladies look great. Take a deep breath in, reach through all 10 fingers. Breath out, we sink down more deeply into that left knee. Fullest, deepest inhale here. And exhale. Next inhale, we're coming back through center. So all 10 toes face the long edge of the mat. Touch your palms together up top. And then exhale, warrior two, towards the front of the mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And breath out, sink down more deeply into that right knee. Beautiful. Next inhale, we straighten both legs and make our way into our Trikonasana triangle pose. Left arm up, right arm down. Exhale to stay. Take a deep breath in, reach high through those left fingertips. Breath out, we circle the left arm down and around. Breath in, we meet in our low runner's lunge. So sink the hips down, left leg is straight, right knee is bent. Breath out, we're going to make our way to our first yin posture. So this is going to be pigeon pose. So right knee in between the hands and then extend the left leg behind. I think we're going to do 1 minute holds. So a minute can be a long time in pigeon pose. Please feel free to use all of the props that you think you might need. So if your hips float up off of the earth, feel free to place a block or a bolster or a blanket underneath. And once you get yourself situated, take a deep breath in, press into your palms, breathe out through the crown of your head. And then exhale to recline down. So once again, in your reclined position, if you think you would like some support, you can always place your block under your face. And we will be here for a minute. So bringing your full attention to your breath. Breathing into all of the lovely sensations. Yin is great. Yin yoga is a great style to get more deeply into your joints, ligaments, and myofascial tissue. All of the areas that we don't get into while we're practicing in a yang style. Ever so slowly, begin to draw your chin in towards your chest. Coming back up to an upright position, pressing your palms into the earth. Lean your block off to the side if you have it. Take a deep breath in right here, and then breath out. We're going to curl our back toes and slowly make your way back to your downward facing dog. Once in your downward dog, it might feel good to pedal your feet, bend your knees, shake your head yes and no. Let your torso sway side to side, just working out some of that stuff that might have built up in that posture. Coming back to center, back to stillness. Inhale, look up in between your hands. Exhale, walk your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Big toes can touch or feet can be hip distance. Inhale, we rise up to a flat back. Float your fingertips up behind you. Exhale, clasp them together behind your back. Perhaps you let them rise up over your head as you draw your nose towards your knees to fold. Keeping a soft bend in the knees here is definitely a great way to be nice to your body, be nice to your knees, especially if you need space in your hamstrings. Fullest, deepest inhale here. Exhale, navel towards the spine. Take a deep breath in here. And breath out. Fullest, deepest inhale. Exhale to unwind your fingers. Let your hands glide down the backs of your legs. And then let them dangle on the earth in front of your feet. Pressing into the four corners of the feet. Peeling open through your toes. Next inhale, we rise up once again through our zombie raise. And exhale, we meet back in our Tadasana, mountain pose. We're going to do all of that on the other side. So tailbone is tucked up towards the belly button. Shoulders are soft down the back. Soften your face, neck, and jaw. Bring your tongue off of the roof of your mouth. Inhale, we circle the arms out and up. Reach your fingertips up high. Gaze goes up. This time as we exhale, we swan dive down. Lead with our heart. Hinge at the hips. Nose towards knees to fold. Inhale, hands on the shins. Rise up to a flat back. Shoulders down the back. Exhale, we plant our fingertips. Step the left toes back. Dropping the left knee down to the earth. Feeling free to pad under said left knee if necessary. Right knee over right ankle. Inhale, fingertips float forward and up. Stack the torso over the hips. Drag left hip forward, right hip back. You ladies look gorgeous. Exhale, two. Sink your hips down. Bring your gaze up towards the sky, reaching your fingertips high. Take a deep breath in right here. Breath out, circle the arms down and around. Fingertips frame the front foot. Breath in, we straighten the back leg. Tops of the shoulder heads down and away from the ears. Maybe even get light in the fingers. Fantastic. Exhale, plant your palms and make your way to your downward facing dog. Pressing into the four corners of the palms once again. Grip your mat with your finger pads. Inhale, bend the knees, raise heels and hips up high. And then exhale, heels and heart. Melt down towards the earth. Chin in towards the chest. Inhale, ripple your body forward into your plank pose. And then exhale to lower knees. Chest and chin down, elbows hug in tight. Inhale, release the entire front side of the body. Peel the heart up, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, curl toes, hinge hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, float left toes up to the sky behind you. So you can keep your shoulders squared. Exhale, two, round your spine. Draw your left knee in towards center, shoulders over wrists, and however you can get that left foot in between your hands, that's where we meet. I always have to baby this side. And that's okay, I made it. Dropping your right heel off towards the left long edge of your mat. This is a good time to check your heel to arch alignment while you're down here. Next, inhale, we're going to cartwheel the right arm out and up. Exhale, we meet in our warrior two position. Beautiful, ladies. Reaching wide through your fingertips. Check that you can see your left big toe. So you want that knee to be in line or on the outside of the big toe. Reaching through your fingertips, tuck your tailbone forward and up towards your belly button. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breath out, sink down more deeply into that left knee. Next breath in, we straighten both legs. Reaching your hands up high, touch your palms together. All 10 toes facing the long edge of the mat. Tailbone is tucked up, gaze goes up high. Exhale, warrior two towards the back of the mat. So right knee stacked over right ankle. Beautiful, ladies. Checking that heel to arch alignment once again. Take a deep breath in here. And breath out. Next breath in. We're coming back through. Center, rising your arms up. touch your palms together. Beautiful, ladies. Exhale. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, back towards the front of your mats. Take a deep breath in, tailbone is tucked up, shoulders are soft. Breath out to stay. Next breath in, straighten that front leg as much as you can. Rise right fingertips up high, resting your left hand somewhere on your left leg. So the higher up it is, the less intense it is. Exhale to stay, fullest, deepest inhale here. And exhale, cartwheel that right arm down. All 10 fingers land around your left foot, your front foot, raising your right heel up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. Breath out. We're going to make our way to our pigeon pose for our yin posture on the other side. So for me, it's a little more difficult on this side. So I have to place a block or something under my hips. Pressing your palms into the earth. Take a deep breath in, breathe out through the crown of the head. Breath out, we're going to come into our reclined position. So see if you can stack opposite palm on top this time. And we are here for 1 minute. Ever so slowly, drawing your chin in towards your chest, releasing your hands to frame around your front knee, making your way all the way back up. Gaze goes up towards the sky. Curl your back toes and ever so gently make your way back to your Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, and then to work out any stuff that may have built up in that short hold. Perhaps you pedal your feet, bend your knees, shake your head yes and no, rock from side to side. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breath out, come back to center, back to stillness. Next breath in, you're going to bend your knees, raise your heels up towards the sky, pressing into the palms of the hands. Breath out slowly as you can. Drop your knees down to the earth. We're going to make our way to Balasana, child's pose, and this is going to be another yin posture. So we're going to be here for a minute. Please feel free to prop a block under your hips if your hips don't quite meet your heels. Reach through your fingertips if your face does not meet the earth. Also feel free to place a block under your face or your chest. And just breathe into what you feel here. Nice and slowly begin to raise back up from your child's pose position, chin towards the chest. We're making our way up to a tabletop position. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and some cat-cows to counteract our child's pose there. So inhale, drop the belly, raise the hips, look up high, press the earth away. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we drop the belly, raise the hips, look up. And then exhale to round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, drop the belly, raise the hips, look up high. Exhale, we press the earth away and round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we come back to our neutral tabletop position. Exhale, we're going to make our way onto our bellies. We're simply going to roll over onto our back. So we're going to end with just a couple of yin postures before we come into our final Shavasana. So the next posture we're going to visit is pretty much my favorite yin posture. The knees are bent, soles of the feet on the earth. Tuck your tailbone up towards your belly button and draw your chin in towards your chest. You're going to bring your arms into a T or a goalpost shape to get us where we need to go. You're going to bump your hips off to the left and let your knees fall over to the right. So we're starting from a reclined spinal twist position. This posture is called cat pulling its tail. So if it's too much for you, feel free to just stay in your reclined twist position. This is a fantastic fantastic yin posture. It's subtle, but it's effective. So feel free to not go further if you'd rather not. You are going further. Draw your left knee towards your right arm and rest your right hand on the outside of your left knee. So chances are your left knee is probably floating. If that is bothersome for you, if you don't care for that, since we'll be here for a minute, you may want to place a block under that left knee to just let the left knee rest on. And then you're going to draw your right toes towards your left hand and see if you can grab a hold of your right toes with your left hand. While you're doing this, you're going to see if you can gently press both shoulders down into the earth. Feel free to use anything you need to prop up. Also, like I said, feel free to stay in the reclined spinal twist. And then finally, you're going to see if you can bring your gaze over your left shoulder. And like I said, we will be here for a minute. So once you get into your version of the posture, you're going to find stillness. And you're simply going to hold for time. So now is way past, but a great time to mention the 3 key concepts of a yin yoga practice. And they are getting into finding your first edge of the posture. So the place where you begin to feel sensation. And that might not be fully in. It might only be part of the way. That's okay. That's where you want to start from. And then you become still. So you don't move around. And then you hold the posture for time. And ever so slowly, you're going to start by releasing that right foot. And then bringing your left knee up towards the sky. And you're going to make your way back nice and slow onto your back. Bringing your knees to touch, feet as wide as your mat. Keeping your arms in that goalpost position. And then you are going to just come into some windshield wipers. Windshield wipering out your knees here. Letting your head shake from sorts, letting your head drop from side to side. Shaking your head yes and no is another good way of putting that. And coming back to center, back to stillness, we're going to do that on the other side. So, knees and feet are hip distance. Soles of the feet are on the earth, knees up towards the sky. Arms are coming into a T or a goalpost shape. And bumping your hips off to the right, and then let your knees fall to the left. So once again, this may be where you stop. You may not go any further. That is okay. If you're feeling it, you're doing it. So if you're feeling something in this position and that's enough for you, by all means, stay right where you are. Otherwise, draw your right knee towards your left hand and rest your left palm on your right knee. So once again, you may want to bring that block under your right knee. And then you're going to draw your left toes towards your right hand. See if you can grab a hold of your left foot or your left toes with your right hand. And gently press your shoulders down into the earth here. And then last but not least, you're going to bring your gaze over your right shoulder. So this gets into all different areas of the body. And it is very lovely to stay for a minute or even longer. So if you decide to go home and adopt a yin practice, you can hold these postures for up to 20 minutes. Believe it or not. Finding that edge, that first edge of sensation, becoming still, and holding for time. And ever so slowly, we're going to release that left foot if you're holding it. And then very gently and slowly making your way with your torso coming back into center. And arms are out once again in a T shape. Knees are going to touch, feet as wide as the mat, and then we'll come into those windshield wipers once again. So another key principle in our yin yoga practice is if you are ever in a hold of a posture, no matter how long it is, and your sensation level begins to change, that's when you change position. So if you start to lose sensation, then you'll go a little deeper into the posture. If it starts to get painful versus sensation, then you back off. And sometimes you can simply just fully come out of the posture. That's okay too. Always honoring your body wherever it is. All right, coming back to center, back to stillness. We're going to take one final posture before we take our final Shavasana. The next breath in, you're going to bring both soles of the feet to come up towards the sky. And then breath out, you're going to grab a hold of the outsides or the insides of your feet with your hands, or towards your feet if you can't reach your feet. And you're going to let the weight of your hands gently pull your feet down and your knees come down towards the earth. Our lovely happy baby pose. And this is another one that we're going to hold for a minute. So please be mindful. Be mindful of what you're feeling. So if drawing your knees extra close to the earth does not suit you, please do not go that far. And you can always release your feet back down to the earth at any time that it becomes too much for you. Ever so slowly release your hands from your feet or your legs. Straighten your legs up towards the sky here. Let your palms rest on the earth by your hips. And just a couple of foot stretches just to help release some of the tension that may have built up there. So inhale, point your toes up towards the sky. And then exhale, draw your toes back towards your shins. Inhale, toes point. Exhale, toes come back towards the shins. Take a deep breath in to point your toes. And then exhale, toes float back. Just two more. Inhale, toes point. Exhale, toes back towards the shins. Take a deep breath in to point your toes. And then exhale, toes come back. Next, inhale, you're going to bend your knees. Wrap your hands around your shins. Draw your knees towards your face. Face towards your knees. And then exhale, we're going to release into our lovely final Shavasana, our corpse pose. So we got all kinds of blankets, bolsters, and blocks here this evening. Please feel free to cover up and get cozy, such as this wonderful time of year. Covering up and propping with blocks or bolsters, if you so choose. Getting nice and quiet and still in your final Shavasana. Once you get all of your fidgets out, taking any position that helps your body to release all of this wonderful work we just did down into the earth and just rest. Every time your mind wanders, come back to full focus on your breath. Slowly beginning to deepen your breath once again. Perhaps you take a nice long body stretch by reaching your arms up overhead and pointing down through your toes. Perhaps you windshield wiper knees or feet. Draw your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a big hug. Making any other movements that feel good in your reclined position before making your way back to a comfortable seat. Great. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, one last moment to close your eyes down. Resting your hands wherever is comfortable in your lap. Taking your version, once again, of a comfortable seat. Finding length in your spine, so from the very tip of the tailbone all the way up to where the top of your spine meets your skull. Letting your shoulders soften down your back, soften your face, neck, and jaw. Bringing your chin parallel to the earth. And breathe in to what you're feeling here. So noticing what you're feeling. Notice if there's any differences between now and an hour ago when we started class. And once again, my wish is that as each one of you walk off of your mats and out into the world, you feel refreshed and relaxed and de-stressed. Bringing your palms to touch at heart center, bow your chin in toward your chest. Deepest gratitude to your body and your breath to be able to move, breathe, and practice in this way, in this space, and with each other. Deepest gratitude to ourselves for showing up to our practice, carving time out during this busy season for self-care and self-love. Bringing your thumbs to touch at your third eye center, the space in between your eyebrows. And the light and the dark in me honors the light and the dark in each one of you. Namaste. Thank you, ladies.